Good morning, dear teachers, and all my dear friends. Today, in the coming slides, we'll be discussing about the phenomenon of total internal reflection and some of its applications. First, let us see the definition. The phenomenon in which a ray of light traveling at an angle of incidence greater than the critical angle from denser to rarer medium is totally reflected back into the denser medium is called total internal reflection. In order to explain this, let us consider the ray diagram. Here light is traveling from a denser to rarer medium, from water to air. So the refracted ray bends away from the normal. Here the first ray is incident at a small angle of incidence and it suffers a refraction as well as reflection. On increasing the angle of incidence, for the second ray the corresponding angle of refraction also increases and this ray also suffers partial reflection and partial refraction. On further increasing the angle of incidence, the angle of refraction becomes 90 degree and the refracted ray travels along the surface of separation. This particular angle of incidence is known as critical angle. If we increase the angle of incidence greater than the critical angle, then the light is totally reflected back into the denser medium. So this phenomenon is known as total internal reflection. Now we can explain the term critical angle. The angle of incidence in the denser medium for which the angle of refraction in the rarer medium is 90 degree is called critical angle of the denser medium. There are two conditions for total internal reflection to occur. First is light must travel from a denser medium to a rarer medium, and the second is angle of incidence in the denser medium should be greater than the critical angle for the two media. Next is applications of total internal reflection. The first one is mirage. It happens when the ground is very hot and the air is cool. It's an optical phenomenon that creates the illusion of water caused by total internal reflection. The explanation for this is air layers near the earth are more heated than the higher ones. So that is, the air layers near to the surface of earth are rarer than the higher ones. Light coming from a distant object like a tree travels through layers of decreasing refractive index, that is, from denser to rarer medium, and they bend more and more away from the normal. When the angle of incidence becomes greater than the critical angle, the rays are totally reflected. These rays then travel through layers of increasing refractive index, that is, from rarer to denser medium, they undergo refraction and reach the observer's eyes. The observer sees an inverted image of the object. This phenomenon is known as mirage. Next is totally reflecting prism. Right-angled isosceles prism is called totally reflecting prism. The speciality of such a prism is that whenever a ray falls normally on any face of such a prism, it is incident on the inside face at an angle 45 degree, which is greater than the critical angle of glass, that is 42 degree. So this ray is always totally internally reflected. Such prisms are used to deviate a ray through 90 degree, to invert an image with deviation of rays through 180 degree, and to invert the image without deviation of rays. Next is optical fiber. It is a hair-thin long strand of quality glass or quartz surrounded by a glass coating of slightly lower refractive index. It consists of three parts: core, cladding, and buffer coating. The central cylindrical part is called the core, which is made up of high-quality glass or silica or plastic. Next is cladding. The core is surrounded by a glass or plastic jacket of refractive index lower than that of the core. Buffer coating is used for providing safety and strength for the core cladding of optical fiber. In an optical fiber, when the light is incident at one end of the fiber at a small angle, it goes inside and suffers a repeated total internal reflection because the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle of fiber material. Some of the uses of optical fiber is it is used in telephone, surgery and dentistry, decorative lamps, cable television.